Hey there, Mike. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to the business you work at. My name is Seleni and I work with business owners across the state of Utah. I know you said you weren't the owner, but you help run the store, so it's kind of geared that same way. But again, I'm based out of Utah County myself, so I put together this quick custom video for you just about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against your competition. So at this point, I'm sure that you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what's the catch here? Well, that is a fair question. What I have found is that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, maybe swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, just dealing with employees and staying on top of jobs, that many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time, maybe the only reason you haven't hired somebody yet is because you don't know who to trust or know who is truly an expert. So that is exactly why I make videos like this. I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Seleni, can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, then shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave to you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now let's cover the 3 things that'll set your company above your competition. First is content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. And before we keep going, let me go ahead and just move my face out of the way here. That way we've got a full screen. Okay, so first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do. It needs to be told through your content. So content is basically anything that you can see here on your home page that is highlighted. So this can be text, what your pictures, what the pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures. All of that can be considered content. Now to give you an example here of the images that I'm talking about, let's go ahead and just do a right click. We can see what that image is saved as. That one does have some words with the platinum, kind of a name of that spot looks like. I think I saw one up here. If we do a save as for this image, for instance, if we've just got it named as about, I don't know if this will do a save as. Let's try this one. Okay, it looks kind of a similar name there. So this has some title, which is great. A lot of times I only see like names and numbers or like stock photo, like whatever it's saved as. So at least it's got some words in here. Now, alternatively, a great way to be able to actually leverage this would be to use high volume keywords in those detailed image descriptions instead of just a simple naming that way. All of these things are things that the Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business, what services are they offering, what area are they targeting, and that's going to position you in the search ranking. So the goal is having unique and authoritative content and enough of it to be able to add in the right keywords and key phrases that people are actually searching for. That way they find the services or the products that you offer. Again, most business owners know that they need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank number 1 on Google, the average content count is usually 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage. Again, while making sure that it has the right keywords and phrases that your customers are actually searching for. When I came over here, I actually plugged in your content. You're sitting around 1,292 words here on your homepage. Not bad. It's a great start. Just making sure to help increase the amount of keyword-rich content that you've got here to help show that trust and authority with Google and show them what you are offering here for your products. Now we're actually going to jump over here. We've got your top competitor here for tropical spas currently. They are ranking as the number 1 when I did my search this morning. For hot tubs, and I'll show you that here in a moment. But I've taken their URL and I've got it plugged in here to my key term. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. Let me just jump back over here for you. So in this tool, it's the Ahrefs tool. It's really cool. It typically costs a couple $100s a month if you guys wanted to go get this for yourself, but it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And I can get a good idea of what's working well for you and for your competition. So again, I ran the scan right here of tropical spas. I can see here at their website is being found for 381 keywords here on their website and roughly what type of traffic that's driving every month. Now we're actually going to take a moment and dive specifically into the keywords, and we can see the exact keywords that they're ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. Now if we go ahead and type in St. George just to highlight them, it helps make this a little bit more visible as well. We can see right now that they are in at the top positions, like 1st to 3rd position for a couple of these higher key terms. Hot tub St. George, Utah is being searched 80 times every single month. Tropical pools, again, this is a more branded but it can also be like a type, but that is being searched 20 times per month. And then hot tub St. George, Utah being searched 50 times per month. Tropical spas, St. George, 10 times per month. Bullfrog spas, 20 times per month. Just the different types of keywords there, specific for St. George. Tropical spas, St. George, again, more of a branded one there. And then that one didn't have any volume. So those are kind of the main ones that they're being found for, especially in these higher ranking first to third position keywords here. Now, if we jump over here into your website, we can take a look. Let's go ahead and highlight St. George as well. I can see that you are being found for a couple of those like higher key terms here as well. Hot tubs, St. George, Utah being searched 50 times. However, you guys are in the 6th position for that. So you're just dropped down a little bit lower. Again, hot tubs, St. George, Utah being searched. Oh, sorry, that one was a 0 for that one. Hot tubs St. George, though, is being searched 80 times every single month, but you are in the 18th position. So you're on the 2nd page of Google for that key term. Now, what would happen if with those key terms plus some of these other ones, if you guys were in one of the higher ranking positions, what would that do for your business to get all of that traffic or even just a percentage of that traffic? Now, we're actually going to jump over here. We're going to pivot over here. We're going to jump into Google. With this, I've got one of those high-ranking key terms, the hot tub St. George, plugged in here. And of course, the first thing that we are able to see here is the ad section. And here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in, or like if customers are using an ad blocker. So just be really careful to not use or to not just go with ads and burn all your money through the ads unless you know for sure that your website's going to convert. But we're actually going to jump down here below the ad section into the coveted map section. This area has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. And you're probably asking yourself, well, what is a citation? Why do they matter? Well, great question. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it, used it, and luckily for you guys, you actually are ranking in the top 3 currently for the search that I had just done for this. So congratulations on that. It's a great placement to be. Now, in order to keep your ranking here and to make sure that you guys don't drop below any competitors, the number one thing that Google looks at is a thing called citations. And what are citations? Well, super simple. They are just your business name, address, and phone number listed on as many online directories, but they just need to be able to match your Google listing exactly. So these help Google to be able to verify you and then give relevance to your local business. So to keep your guys' status here and push up into this top ranking, making sure that you continually increase your citation game. That way the competition doesn't catch up to you. You want to make sure that you are always getting from authoritative and industry-specific sites so that you can gain more trust from Google, which keeps you pushed up here above your competition. Now again, there are paid tools that you can use to go find out additional citations and places that your competition is being listed on, and then go grab those, plus more if you're wanting to increase that as well. Now let's talk about the last thing that I wanted to go over with you today, which is backlinks. So we're actually going to go ahead and go down here below the ads section. This third pillar of backlinks really will help you dominate here on Google. So again, when we've got Hot Tub St. George pulled in here, I can see here this organics listing section down here. You can see that your site is not ranked number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I've seen you right now coming in about number 7 right here with my current search. Now, this organic section down here, it drives about 60% of the search volume. Up here in the maps, you're getting about 40% of the search volume, so you guys are dominating some of this traffic up in here, but there's still 60% that you could dominate by coming a little bit higher up here in the organics section right here. Now, first top 3 places is ideally where you would like to be, because Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses on Google get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results. They're never making it down to your listing. So in order to get here, you've got to beat out your competition in every aspect. So you need authority, and that is where backlinks come into play. So simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. The easiest way to think about this is thinking about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest, the business with the most relevant link juice wins. And I do say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you guys are a hot tub and spa company, right? Well, you wouldn't want to have a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you because you don't make ice cream. Although that would be tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But if you had a backlink from like a local blog or industry-specific site linking back to you, that would be much more effective. Now let's jump over here again into my Ahrefs tool. And if I go ahead and we can see here that you've got 196 backlinks being pointed back to your website. It's not bad. It's a great start, and you've got some pretty good backlinks. But if we jump over here into your competitors here, let's jump back into their overview. You can see they've only got 30 backlinks. So you might be questioning, how are they beating? Because you've got such a higher quality. Well, the biggest thing here is remember, strong, relevant sources. It's quality over quantity here. You can have fewer backlinks as long as they are from more quality, relevant sites, linking back to them. And here with Ahrefs, we can actually jump right into these and we can see the exact sites that they have and go ahead and get those, if not better, to be able to beat them out. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you here to the top of Google, it is not magic. It's just a tried and true method that I have shown you today. So in closing, the 3 things that you can do today to help grow your online presence is first, focusing on your content, getting your front page to at least that 1,500 words. Let's move my face over on this part. There it goes, a little lagged. Getting your homepage to at least, the 2,000 words with the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for so that your company gets found. Again, keyword rich is a really important portion here. Second is citations, just making sure that you're getting and continuing to get your name, address, and phone number listed on as many directories to keep your rankings there in the top 3 positions so you continue to dominate that 40% of the searches. And then lastly, making sure that with all your content and the keyword rich content there, that you're making sure to get more strong, relevant, quality sites to point back to you, so that between building the quality or the authority and the trust with the content, you're also building the power with the backlinks to really help boost you up. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. Now, I'm sure you're sitting there wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. First, if you guys feel like you are in a good spot, don't want to handle any more clients every month, that is fair. Just go ahead and send me a quick note telling me you watched the video. If you could just give me your feedback on it, I would really appreciate that. Second, if you're ready to grow, then you can take this blueprint, excuse me, tongue twister there, and you can implement these 3 strategies on your very own. I gave you the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars to have, and it is all yours to use to help your company. Now, third, if you found this information valuable, and if you're still one of those business owners or employees to raise their hands for the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to my email and we'll set up a time to chat. And please make sure to get this over to the owner if you think it'll also help the company be able to grow in a way that you think it needs to. Again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to your email. Have a great one.